Welcome Twitch chat and YouTube to a vintage challenge. First vintage challenge of July. I'm not 100% sure when the next vintage challenge I'll be able to stream is, so I figured we might as well make this one a little special. We haven't actually played too many, if any, streams with Saga PO, which is everyone's new favorite way to play with paradoxical outcome, and I think that's pretty justified. Urza Saga being a win condition and also a land that tutors a piece to up your artifact count for PO is very, very powerful. It also makes playing Vault Key a lot stronger because all you really need to do is have a land deployed and find a time vault, and then the land will find you the key. So it means you can skimp out on a lot of the even more win conditions like Mentor, Witch. Those kind of things are completely unnecessary when you have Urza Saga, Vault Key, and all the goodies. So this is how I decided to build it for today. I still think that you want to play 3 Island, 2 Underground Sea, because I think that Demonic Vamp Yogwill are incredibly strong. And I like having the ability to eventually cast Citadel if needed. The only like super techie is we have 1 Needle in the main. There's obviously a lot of Bazaar running around, and Saga fetching Needle can come up a lot. It also can come up against like Dak and Oko and those kind of things. Both slow tutors, because I still think like your best play in this deck is Tinker. Repeal has gotten a little bit better because of the number of like constructs and merit lages and those kind of things. Only 2 Fluster in the main, but we are playing the full 4 Fluster in the 75, which I think is good. I wouldn't really play PO without a Snapcaster anymore. I really found that if I don't play Snapcaster, I really miss it. So I really like having a Snapcaster in my PO deck, and I still think Narset is fine. I know that some PO players don't find Narset to be as strong as it used to be, and I think that's true. There are a lot more creatures in Vintage now, but I still think it's pretty powerful in PO. 2 Hull Breacher, Traps, and Flusters to try to beat these combo decks, especially Doomsday. This is should help us a bit versus Doomsday. You could play Opposition Agent in this slot, but I think Hull Breacher is a little bit more widely applicable. Only a small amount of removal, Blightsteel for Tinker, for certain Tinker matchups, the full set of recalls for shops, and then a set of artifacts that can be fetched off of Saga to play against Bazaar Baghdad. So pretty standard stuff. Nothing super crazy in this PO deck. But I think it's pretty well adapted to having some Sagas in it. So okay, round 1 versus Zoomer Extraordinaire Juju. Juju has been a big proponent of the Esper Witch deck, so that's kind of what I expect them to be on. All the other Zoomers have finally concluded that the Witch deck is capped, but not Juju. So that's what I expect to be playing against here. Let's see what happens. I don't think that this matchup is particularly strong for PO. The opponent plays like 4 Flusters in the main. I guess they're down to 3 Flusters now, so maybe it'll be a little bit better, but this hand is obviously unplayable because we have 3 of the worst card in our deck. Paradoxical Outcome. This is a little bit all in. This feels like a hand that will not win, but I don't think I'm going to mulligan it. It has a very clear game plan. I think I am going to put away the Opal, as it's not going to help us cast Citadel ahead of Curve, unless I still have to draw. I would have to play Vault to turn on Metalcraft, but if I can just draw a Moxen, that would be better anyways. Though an Opal does let us like repeal the Opal, but then like I'm probably getting rid of repeal. I guess I could just technically get rid of Time Vault, but I think having Time Vault's actively good because it gives me a secondary win plan. So I think I'm just going to pitch the Opal and play with this 6. Yeah, I think this is like a losing keep, but I also think I don't want to mulligan it. So yeah, I think Witch is like not a bad Magic card by any means, but I don't really think it's where you want to be in Vintage right now. Yeah, but the problem with going all in on Citadel is then you're all in on Citadel versus a deck that has a lot of counter magic. They just gonna tinker me. I actively think that like keeping a time vault is normally bad, but when you play 4 Urza Saga, it's not too bad. Like, look at how good this time vault is now. This time vault is now a must counter spell. So I actively think that I made like the right call in keeping this time vault. Like, they have to counter this or kill me, which they probably will just kill me, but so like this time vault becomes infinitely more problematic on the stack because when the Saga goes off, I just get a key. So they actively have to. Jesus Christ, of course. Yep, ancestral. That's true. That's true. That's a very fair point. The Witch deck is not a very strong Citadel deck. But this is great because if my opponent is forcing using one of their 5 forces on Time Vault, that means my Citadel is like in a much better spot. So they could daze it, in which case I probably have to crack Lotus. Not ideal, but see, look, got a force of negation on my Time Vault. Beautiful. And now next turn I can jam Citadel, and if they don't have daze or another force, then we're in good shape. Yeah, I think keeping Time Vault when you play 4 Saga is probably right. I still think we're like probably not favored to win this game because my opponent did resolve Ancestral Recall, but it's not over. Yeah, so they're gonna demonic for Tinker, I assume. Yep. All right. Yeah, hopefully it's not forcible on the top and it's land on the top. I'd like to hit a Moxin. A Moxin would have been very nice there because I think I'm casting Citadel. I think making a Saga token is really bad against my opponent's deck because my opponent plays 3 Sedgemoor Witches and Saga is pretty bad against Sedgemoor Witch. I put the right key in my deck, right? I did put the right key in my deck. I don't think I want to play other Saga because I'll lose out on too much. Maybe I do want to play the other Saga. Yeah, I don't think that Saga tokens are going to matter, but I think Saga triggers might matter, so my opponent has 1 daze, and they have 4 Force of Will, and they could have it on top of their library because they did brick, but we have to jam and hope it works out. All right, they had Force of Will in their hand. So their hand after Ancestral Recalling was double Force of Will Demonic. Pretty good. Yep, it's just Ancestral Diff. I mean, I can't ask for much more because I even got them to counter a Time Vault, right? A Time Vault that theoretically might have done nothing in this game if they win on this turn. So if I can build up an artifact suite, I could still make a token and then manifold key it. Okay. Big Daddy Sphinx. All right, now they're vamping for Time Walk, and I lose. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, one more. They need one more permanent, and they went back to 7 life, so I should be able to cast it. Unless they hit like Flusterstorm off the top on Citadel. But we can't beat a Flusterstorm anyways, so. Yeah, I mean, we got Ancestral. Not much to say there. I like how we played it, so. Alright, Hull Breacher coming in, and my opponent plays Opposition Agent. I don't know if that's actually worth bringing in Flusterstorm for. It's weird to not want to bring in my own Flusterstorms. I just don't really feel like they counter spells that matter. I mean, they can just like jump a Blightsteel with a bunch of tokens. I don't know. I think I want Mindbreak Trap and Hull Breachers, but I'm not convinced that I want Flusterstorms or Fatal Pushes. I guess like Opposition Agent is pretty good against my deck. Maybe I want a Fatal Push that I can tutor. I can't tutor. I mean, you can't tutor through an Opposition Agent, so you can just draw cards through an Opposition Agent. 2 repeals. I'm off it. I think I'm just gonna take out the narrow cards and just like the not very good against Flusterstorm card and run it as it is. I don't think Flusterstorm is bad against my opponent's deck, especially with like 4 Force of Will. Maybe I want more Flusterstorms. I can probably take out an island. A little worried about blue sources, but all right, let's try that. Yeah, I don't. What do? Interesting. So much land. I'm gonna keep it, but my opponent is playing blue-black Witch Tinker, which is just a Tinker deck with a bunch of fluff behind it. I guess it's pretty bad hand against like a turn 1 Flux, but aren't we all? Aren't they all bad hands against turn 1 Flux? Vamp, Tinker, kill me. Witch? Witch is fine. Please just fucking play a Witch. I mean, Witch is good against Urza Saga for sure, but like, as long as I'm not getting tinkered, I'll feel a lot better about playing Magic. Okay, that's a good draw. So here's a problem. I have to play around their 1 days, which means I have to cast Ancestral first. I could play an island, make a Saga, play an Opal, and then cast Ancestral, but then I play into 1 days for no reason. So I think what I'm gonna do is just cast Ancestral Recall. Obviously, come on. Alright, I don't know. I'm so off Magic. Let's play Storybook Brawl, man. I just don't want it anymore. I just don't want it anymore. I took a land out of my deck, like... I mean, I am still on 14 lands because of how many sagas there are, but... Tinker anyways? Yep. Unbelievable. Unfucking real. We've drawn so much worse than our opponent. It's actually incredible. My Ancestral Recall actually drew me 3 blanks. I don't know. Yeah, 8 life, draw 3. Yeah. I don't know, man. I can't beat anything, right? I just have to PL combo off. I mean, if they have opposition agent, I'm also gonna die to that, right? Like, so if I get a Soul Ring and I play a Jet, that means I have to pay 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. So I could beat the first Fluster. I guess I could just get Mana Crypt, seeing as... I mean, I could get top, but then I can't play Jet and beat Fluster. Yo!
I can watch live and not on YouTube.
Thanks for joining us. I would appreciate if you brought a little more luck with you, but what's a guy to do? Like, I don't know. God. I just can't win, man. I don't really feel like well, this came from my opponent's hand too, so it's just like I don't feel like we did anything wrong. I feel like we just got completely outdrawn. Like, I guess you could theoretically mulligan this hand and just try to find a Tinker hand, but that's also still going to just die to force, right? This is actually pretty gross because if we did have like 2 POs or a Tinker, we have the ability to play them, but we just have nothing because our Ancestral drew us 3 blanks. Maybe I should have gotten a top to beat Force of Will, but I feel like beating Fluster was more important. Jesus. I feel like beating Fluster there is more important than beating Force of Will. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to let the first Fluster resolve and then... Do I even have enough mana to like PO again after a spin? Let's see. I would have to lose 2 mana, so I would have... Nah, I wouldn't have enough mana. I'd be like way short. Also, you'd want to activate the top when you PO, so... I assume this just gets Time Walk and I die, right? Like, what are we thinking about here? Time Walk, hit me for 6, I go to 11, and then you activate Citadel and kill me? What are we thinking about, Juju? I obviously have nothing. Oh, they have Walk in the Yard. Sure. Oh, they don't even play Yagwell in their deck. I think that's wrong, by the way. I really think that that deck should play Yagwell. Fantastic. Well, might be a short stream today. which is great because then I'll get to play Storybook Brawl instead. Actually, we have probably enough time to play Storybook Brawl right now, so I'm gonna do that. I hope my background's not bad. All right, sweet. Yeah, I am what it's called, making content. I am currently making content. I think it's fairly unlikely that I would continue streaming if I dropped at O2. Okay. We're in round 2, chat. Live or die by this round. We're up against Fingers, probably on Bug. I actually think that the current Saga, I actually thought that PO was pretty okay against Bug in general. Like, it wasn't a good matchup, but it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. And I think it gets a little bit better with Sagas, so see what happens here. So again, this is like kind of an anemic hand, but it has a combo, it has some pieces, it has basics against Bug. I don't know, I think it's fine. I just didn't even wake up on time for Modern Slasher, so I couldn't even O2 drop like I wanted to. This hand basically will force my opponent to have a Wasteland, which is kind of nice. I'm not going to play the Opal in case they have their one Force of Vigor in the main deck. I wouldn't want to lose my Opal and my Saga. That would be bad. I guess they can just have Collector Roof as well, and then we would just be in trouble, but we do have an Ambush Viper, which helps. Yup. Save me. That is the downside of sequencing like this. Oh, they're gonna have Collector Roof and... Oh, I thought they were gonna Vigor me. It definitely felt like they were going to Vigor me there. Definitely just gonna play out this Opal now. All right, well, if this Ambush Viper works, we probably win. And if this Ambush Viper does not work, we probably lose. Never guess this Ambush Viper is not working. I kind of feel like I'm going to not cast the Snapcaster Mage just because I think that's our only way of winning. Nice that we didn't get our Island Strip Mine, which is I thank our opponent for that. Yeah, Tarmogoyf, not the most powerful creature. Okay, I don't know how exactly that's gonna work out, but that could do something. Well, if only we had a Sphinx of the Steel Wind in our deck. You got a Demonic Tutor. That could be good for us. They tapped out. All I want is this Ambush Viper to work. If this Ambush Viper works, I feel so good. Yeah, I mean, Burning Bush is unrestricted Slasher. Why can't we unrestrict Demonic Tutor? Come on. Man, those were some wild conversations on the Discord yesterday. Just back to back, too. Like, I don't understand why people don't like Doomsday. Into, I don't understand. I categorize Vintage as the format where Winter Orb is unrestricted, but no one plays it. Oh, muting the ban restricted channel in every Magic Discord is just highest EV. Oh, it's happening. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you played around Ambush Viper. Zero shot. It's coming in. Did you lose the game? No, you had Force of Will. All right, well. You hate to see it. I hate this game. Why do I keep drawing the Force of Will the turn after? I don't think this is gonna work out, but whatever. Tinker. The Viper is more important than the Tinker. This Tinker is like very useless because I actively play no good win conditions in my deck. YCFN, thank you for the 13 months. Much appreciated. Like, I don't play I don't play anything that is like super good against Collector Roof here. I mean, Saga is good, but I don't really have time for that, right? Oh, I hit a land anyways. Bro, get me out. All right, this is why a great Justin, why don't you stream PO? Kill me. All right, cool. I don't even have a Sphinx of the Steel Wind in my sideboard. Yeah, ban PO, chat. Ban PO. All right, so I have Fatal Pushes, and they don't really need Urkel's Recall. I don't really. I mean, Needle's not bad. Needle can name Wasteland and Oko. I think Hullbreacher in general is like not great against Bug because they don't really draw cards. They just draw the right cards they need instead. I hate Narset against Bug, so there we go. If I hate Narset against Bug, I should definitely hate Hullbreacher. Though Hullbreacher does block a Collector Roof. It does Ambush Viper. You know what? I'm sold. It Ambush Vipers. I'm in. That's what we need in life. A little Ambush Viper. All right, this looks fine. I think unrestriction. I think there's plenty of cards you can unrestrict in Vintage, but I guess so. I mean, the thing is, PO does a very powerful and a very flashy thing. The problem is, you need so much to go right that it's just almost never worth it. The glue that is like, if Tinker was banned from the format, I don't know if people would play PO. If Tinker was banned from the format, would people actually still play PO? I don't know. It's a Collector Roof? No, it's a Time Walk. Okay. I think it's better to just force this than anything else. I mean, if they have turn 1 Leopold with force backup, it's gonna be hard for me to win, I think. I don't have balance in my deck, which I would be sad about. Or sad. It is like the one white card that I'm super sad about missing. I'm not like super sad about missing Mentor in this deck, but missing balance has been very, very sad. This gets misstepped. Oh, they forced the top. So they did have turn 1 Leopold with force backup. No, I didn't put the Deluge in my sideboard. Maybe I should have. All right, that's kind of wild. So they did have turn 1 Leopold with force backup. They also could have had turn 1 2-drop with Flusterstorm force backup. I think my opponents have drawn substantially better than me. That is so greedy. What if I just have PO in my upkeep, man? I don't know. I don't know. I hate when players bring in Energy Flux against PO. It just feels real bad. I don't really know how I'm going to play around this, though. I guess I can just pay the 4 for now. It's fine, I guess. Yeah, I don't think it's like when you have Collector Roof, it gets a little bit better. But I just think it's so... I'm not a fan because it just... It's... You are risking getting completely blown out here, right? Like, instead of playing a Flux, like, if I just have a... I don't know. Wait, what the hell just happened? What just fucking happened? Did it just eat my 1 mana? At least I get to file for comp. So it ate my 1 mana for Mana Vault? I tapped mana, but I can't put 1 mana into Mana Vault. Oh, I put the Mana Vault mana into Mana Vault and I untapped it. Okay. Okay, that's not a bug then. I just misclicked. I put it first and hit the wrong thing. All right, well, I don't even get comp. Fuck. Yo, no, you're totally right. I misclicked. I put 4 mana into untapping Mana Vault. Can I get some exclamation mark F6 in chat, please? That is a thing you can do on Magic Online that you most certainly can't do in paper. Oh, shit. All right. Well, fuck that up. No, it ate my mana. Okay, now it ate my mana. No. It ate my mana. Oh, it's because I did the mana while I was paying. Wait, I did. No, wait, did I do it while it was paying? What is happening? I chose to not use the mana though, so the mana shouldn't go away. That one. What the fuck just happened? All right, so that one, I must have used the mana for Mana Vault to pay for the cost, and then elected not to pay the cost. Okay, that's what happened. So I used the Mana Vault while the trigger was resolving to pay for the cost, but then elected not to pay for the cost. Is that how Magic works? Or is that just an interface problem? I'm pretty sure I tapped it. We can go back and look after. I'm very certain I tapped it because I remember having floating mana here and hitting no. All right. Well, Energy Flux is goated card, best card in Vintage. Tinker, please. Tinker, please. One time, I deserve Tinker. We're not going to try to make a bug that restarts the game. All right. Well, I didn't draw Tinker. Unfortunate. I don't know. I'm off at chat. This game is just strictly worse than Storybook Brawl, so I'm just done. I'm gonna go play a game where I'm actively gonna have fun instead of playing this shit. I tried to make PO content. No, there's like a dragon mid game that you can play. But you can't end game dragons. I think dragon mid game is actively very good because the best card in the early game is Mim. So yeah, I don't know, chat. I like let it be said that I tried to make PO content, but like I I tried my best, okay? I'm not even playing the showcase, so unfortunately. So, a really good early game comp with dragons is the 5/5 treasure with dragons plus the hero that doubles 2 and 3 drop treasures. Force of Vigor, hard cast. Force of Will, not hard cast. Assassin's Trophy. We could theoretically win this game if they don't draw. Interesting. Okay, so if they don't draw a blue card and we tinker a Citadel and the top card of our library is a Force of Will. That's how we win this game. Oh, they didn't hold up hardcast Force of Will. Interesting. Okay, they're going to hold up hardcast Force of Will with the Sapphire. But I can just repeal it, so... We could Ancestral, but I don't know if that's winning. Because the problem is Force of Vigor beats all my PO draws, right? I think I just want to... Maybe I don't... Maybe I'm not allowed to tinker. Yogwill doesn't actively help us because we're just putting a bunch of artifacts in play that are going to die to Flux without drawing. And they actively have a hardcast Force of Vigor. Maybe we are just supposed to Ancestral and try to find Tinker with our Ancestral and a Force of Will. I guess I can buy that. It's the problem with Ancestral. The big problem with Ancestral is there are so many bad draws in PO. Like, look, I would say like 50 of my 60 cards are terrible, right? Yeah, I would have to hit Force off the top. I mean, I'm making content. I have tried playing better cards. It's a horrible deck. What do you want from me? My deck is just garbage. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna go Ancestral. Well, my opponent's probably like, why are they getting Ancestral? I have a Sapphire. I'm just gonna repeal this Sapphire. Oh, I should have done it. Yeah, no, this is the right timing. I mean, we can tinker. We have Jet, Island, Strand. I just like don't know if we want to tinker into an active trophy vigor. we would have to have drawn exactly a Force on the top of our library. All right, repeal your Sapphire to take you off hardcast Force of Will. I suspect my opponent will not force. Oh. Okay, that's on me, chat. My bad. I didn't think about that. Okay, so that one's that's my misplay for sure. That's a good play. Good play for my opponent. Good play for my opponent. I can top deck Tinker and win now though. So that's the new plan. Top deck Tinker and win. Academy. No, that was a good play from them, and I just didn't see it. So that's on me. Brainstorm. I tilted. This game's not over. Wait, they can't Vigor now. All right, we're gonna go off. I think we want Academy over Saga. We might just want Saga. Saga's still pretty bad against Flux. Trophy is a May. It is a May. I don't think I'm allowed to lose my island, though. Maybe I am. Maybe I should have done that. Yeah, I'm playing like shit today. Obviously, I'm very, very tilted, so. I don't know if it's correct to May or not, but yes, I should have at least thought about it. I'm going to keep Academy. Yeah, obviously, I'm playing very poorly. Let it be said. I cast Ancestral, chat. Oh, we're totally... We should win this game, right? So... How do I do this? So if I just go Yogwill and then I play Pearl, Vault, Academy, Pearl, Vault, Top, Academy, PO, probably. And that should work. So I think this is going to work out for us. I think we just win the game off this. And then we'll take infinite turns after bouncing their Flux. Yeah, we're actually going to win this game. I guess we're going to win this game anyways. Holy moly. No, there's no win conditions. We're gonna vault key and then kill them with a Saga. I don't want a PO anymore. Oh, wow. All right. So PO is the best deck in the format. It is completely unbeatable. No matter what you do against it, you can put in energy fluxes, you can make your you can have your opponent, lose both their artifacts because of Magic Online. It doesn't matter. PO is just the best card ever printed. Fuck me. Restrict PO, clearly, is the answer here. We actually did that with pretty much one PO, right? We cast the PO and then we flashed it back from our yard and we won the game. Restrict PO so I don't play 4 in my deck. It's just playing 4 PO is just actively bad because then you have to play more opals. I think if people restricted PO, I would just win more matches of Magic. I would really like PO to be restricted. It's kind of a weird hand. This could be a disastrous keep. All right. This hand is very greedy, but I think I'm probably supposed to be a little greedy here. So Moxen makes this hand much better. Not that kind of Moxen. All right, so you played the Opal first to play around Days. Yo, 1 year. Eric, how are you doing? Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Oh, boy. I leave mana on the table by time walking. I could repeal and hope to draw a Moxen. Not going to. I could get Vigored, I guess. So this plays around Vigor really well. Oh, I'm just gonna get my Time Walk negated, pitching Time Walk. Okay. Yeah, this is not great, because if I get Wastelanded, I'm in trouble. I can beat a Vigor, but I can't actively force this force either, so I kind of have to let this happen. I guess I could repeal my own Sapphire. Now I think I might want to repeal my own Sapphire and see if I can't find a Moxen so I could push this. Obviously, if their last 2 cards are Vigor, I look really silly, but I think that's fine. Maybe I should have done this in response. Probably true. All right, I drew an island, so at least I get to play Magic after. Does it do anything for me to play this? No, I don't know. Flusterstorm. Yo, Stewie, thanks for the 9 months. Appreciate all the support, guys. Even though we're doing our best here. All right, so they have the Wasteland. Well, it's clear they don't have Vigor, or they would have Vigored in response. So I don't really see the downside to playing Sapphire. Is this going to be an oof as well? Okay. Unfortunate. Oko? That would probably be good for me. All right, so I need to draw a fetch land. I only have like 4 fetch lands in my deck. So I have like 6 lands that make black mana. I have had a very hard time having blue cards for 4s. I guess the other one flux. I guess that's true. I don't know. I think I would still rather like maybe not the sapphire, but I'm still gonna play like the top and use my mana. All right, fetch land. Ah. At least we can still file for comp. I don't know. Like I said, I think I played pretty abysmally today, but oh well. 'Tis magic. That's a combo, right? I heard this is a combo, chat. I think we're gonna win now. We drew the whole combo. It's kind of funny though. Like if we have Saga and another land, we probably are just beating this board state, which is interesting. So like if this is if I had drawn Saga and land here, maybe we're winning, right? You know what? That's a decent reason to actually keep Flux in, is because of Saga. All right, I'm off it. I will retract my earlier statement. I think that Saga maybe has changed the Flux game. I retract my earlier statement. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, because I do think that if we had drawn land Saga, we would probably be winning. So that's kind of interesting. But something like that requires us to not draw the worst possible card at every turn, which is not something I'm allowed to do. All right. Okay. I think I have to do this on their end step. I also can't beat Fluster, right? Hopefully they don't have a spell. That would be bad. Oh, they have a spell. That is confirmed bad. Maybe I should have just gone for it. So I'm just dead on board now, right? I can't actually beat this card right here, so I lose. All right. Yeah, I guess I could push Death Hardening Response. Then I'm still probably losing then, but I guess I could draw my other Fatal Push. I think they have Flusterstorm, so all right. So even if I had gone for push, yeah, like the Flusterstorm is the big reason I was trying to do like an end step. Like one, I didn't want to push and have them like be able to eat it with Shaman and kill me on the next turn. So I wanted to go on their end step. Two, I wanted to try to play around Flusterstorm if I could. Theoretically, I could like, I guess I can't misstep and pay for Fluster ever. All right, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think we were winning this game with the draws we had. And yeah. I mean, I didn't play well. I didn't play well by any means. So it's a rough turn. It's a rough tournament. Round one, I don't think it was any fault of my own, but round two, we definitely could have played much better. So I don't think PO is unplayable right now. I do think Saga has definitely helped the archetype. I don't think this build is bad. I don't really, maybe what was the worst part about today was maybe I kept the wrong hands. It's definitely possible that I kept the wrong hands today. Obviously, I don't think I came down from tilting off in round one where my ancestral drew land, second Mox Opal, third Mox Opal. So definitely some amount of this was on me, but in general, like, I don't know, not not great. I will definitely be streaming more Storybook Brawl. I've already hit to stream Storybook Brawl twice. And I'll probably do those during the week when I just get out of work and feel like playing Storybook Brawl. But right now, I don't think I really want to stream anymore. So I'm gonna find someone to send you guys to, and then yeah, we'll call it a day. Unfortunately, yeah, this is just gonna be the end for today. Sorry for not producing, but it is how it is. Like I said, I don't know when my next challenge stream will be, so I'm gonna try to get more streams like during the weeks or like Sunday evenings, because next week I have obligations, and then there's a wedding the weekend after that. So with the whole summer and everyone being vaccinated and everything happening, I'm not exactly sure what my challenge schedule is going to be, but we'll see what happens. Thank you everybody for watching. I much appreciated. And everyone who supported the channel today: Stewie, Eric, YCFSN, MJoel, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not going to try. CMR, and everyone who watched. Much appreciated.